You'll never see it coming, they say. That's the tagline for SummerSlam this year, but I'm kind of really feeling, have an idea of what to expect, given how, well, last SummerSlam was a step up from the year before, but I don't know. And I should mention, by the way, this is the first pay-per-view, by the way, that WWE is going to be doing where they will not be in the Performance Center. They will be in the Amway Center, also in Orlando. However, no fans physically in attendance, but they'll instead see the event virtually on LED boards in the venue through a near experience that they're calling Thunderdome. Yeah, this is something. And if any of you have already seen the layout, you know that it's, well, it's something, this layout. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but who's to even say it will enhance the overall ordeal of this whole madness? And just, I'm not even sure. I'm not even feeling it for some of these matches. Some of them I am, but some I have other worries for. I'm Coffee Lover 239, and with me as always is our resident John Moxley stan, Steven. Say hi, Steven. Steven.
What's up? What's up? Hello?
There you are. Yeah, there you are. Anyways, without further ado, why don't we just go ahead and get into it before something else happens. Oh, aren't we off to a good start, folks? Our first match, and we have no background information on Wikipedia. Then again, it is the tag division, so why would you be shocked that there's barely any build-up? I mean, the tag divisions are on life support, folks. It's the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford versus Andrade Cien Almas and Angel Garza in a tag team match for the Raw Tag Team Championship. Why are we even here? Smoke is coming to SummerSlam. Yeah, we know. So Zelina Vega's vaunted duo earned the championship opportunity with a hard-fought win over War Raiders and Cedric Alexander and Ricochet, i.e. random pairing number 573 in the WWE, in a triple threat tag team match on Raw. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins will need to be locked in as ever against the talented yet combustible duo. The Street Profits have recently dispatched a collection of the Red Brand's best throughout their 6-month title reign and defeated their SummerSlam challengers on Raw. So why is it even happening when you make them look so foolish like this? No tag team has really looked strong. Like, the win-loss thing is inconsistent. No one is really booked to look strong in the division, and it's just an overall fucking mess. So why should I give a damn about this match? Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
I'm just gonna pick the Street Profits.
Yeah, I'm going with the Profits as well. They'll probably just keep the belts on them longer to try and at least make something out of this madness. All that crap that happened with the Raiders and all that jazz. It was a mass disaster. Although this has been a slight step up from everything that's been going on, it's still not really good. And I just wish the tag divisions would just get merged, you know? Because there's really not enough in either. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Profits of the Street on this one. Well, now that we got that filler match out of the way, folks, business is about to pick up. It's Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. On the July 27th episode of Raw, Randy Orton cut a promo listing many of his accolades before declaring that he wanted the WWE Championship again. He then issued a challenge to champion Drew McIntyre for a title match at SummerSlam. Ugh, I feel like I can't talk properly today. Later that night, McIntyre accepted Orton's challenge and then defeated Dolph Ziggler in an Extreme Rules rematch from the Horror Show at Extreme Rules, preventing Ziggler from earning the title opportunity. Yeah, because Ziggler did not need another fucking championship match because he basically tried to make the rules to his advantage and he still lost. Following the match, Orton attacked McIntyre with an RKO. I'm kind of a little conflicted on this one. To be fair, Randy Orton has been putting in the work on Raw, and anyone would be foolish to deny that he is, being that he's only one of the only real strong heels they have on Raw at the moment. But on the other hand, it's like, shit, Are you really going to end Drew McIntyre's reign like this? He still leads to look pretty strong, and I think his reign, despite a few bumps in the road, like Dolph Ziggler, has still been overall pretty solid for the most part. And I'm kind of a little bit worried about this madness, because I feel Randy really doesn't need a championship, because he's won God knows how many of them. If we look at his overall current reigns, or how many he's had, where is it? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. If we look at WWE Championship, yeah, 9 times. During his 8th reign, the championship was the World Heavyweight Champion. Not the belt that he initially won the first time around, but rebranded it. Okay, that's gonna run out before all that bullshit happens. Alright, despite this madness, I think this will be a good match overall. Both of them are pretty... Well, Randy's a more slower style in the ring, but I do think Drew also has quite a bit to give, so I think both, it should at least put on a decent enough match at the minimum. Steven, who do you think's going to win?
McIntyre. I don't want Randy to have another
reign.
Title reign. I like Randy. I don't want Randy to have another. I like Randy, don't get me wrong.
I know. But yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I enjoy Randy's work. I mean, like I said, he's been putting in the real work on Raw, but I don't know, really. It's like, who do you then really do? It's kind of a problem, because who do you really do after Orton and the inevitable rematch at a pay-per-view that may or may not... Oh, that is apparently gonna happen. Fucking Payback. Even though there's barely nothing official announced about it. We'll probably know more on Sunday, and we'll literally be back 1 week later to talk about this garbage. Whatever. This is a mess. But you know what I'm gonna go with? I know it's probably risky, but I think I'm gonna go with McIntyre on this one as well. I don't really think Randy needs the belt, to be honest. Now, our next match is Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship. And it should also be noted that Bobby Lashley, who should be in this position, is banned from ringside alongside Shelton Benjamin. So after U.S. Champion Apollo Crews has repeatedly declined MVP's offer to join his faction, later dubbed the Hurt Business, the two faced each other in a non-title match on the June 29th episode of Raw. That was won by MVP. After the match, Crews was brutally attacked by MVP's teammate Bobby Lashley. The following week, MVP unveiled a new United States Championship belt and stated that he would face Crews for the title at the horror show at Extreme Rules. At the event, however, Crews was unable to compete due to failing his pre-match physical thanks to Lashley attack, which is codename for what it probably was, COVID. MVP then declared himself winner by forfeit and unofficially claimed himself as the new United States Champion, which that's not how that works. Crews, sporting the old U.S. title belt, returned on the August 3rd episode of Raw, where he formerly faced MVP in a title match, where Crews thankfully retained. Celebrating his victory, Crews later stated in a backstage interview that he would give the old belt to his children, while he kept the new belt MVP introduced. MVP then demanded a rematch for SummerSlam, which is fucking ridiculous because you lost! You don't get another fucking match. Or wait, are we really just gonna... Automatic rematch clauses apparently just found their way back in without even being announced. It's not like you just blatantly yell it out. You might as well just yell it out. Yeah, anyways. On the August 17th episode, Crews defeated Hurt Business's Shelton Benjamin, thus banning Benjamin and Lashley from ringside during the title match at SummerSlam. So yeah, I don't get why MVP is getting a rematch. Look, I like what he's doing as a manager, okay? I like what he's doing as a manager and him being the mouthpiece for maybe someone like Lashley who, let's be honest, doesn't really have the best mic skills out there. They're a little mediocre, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't mind him doing that and having his own business or rather his own faction. Yeah, faction, business, her business, whatever. Having his own faction and being a manager and all, that's fine and dandy. But having him in the ring, come on now. You really gonna do this? It really should be Bobby Lashley. I don't get why it isn't, quite frankly. And it's just, I don't even know. And I kind of wonder how long Apollo has left as U.S. champion, given that he was a Paul Heyman project. And with Paul Heyman getting the boot, yeah, Apollo's days as champion are numbered. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
How's we gonna retain? MVP doesn't need the champion, you know.
Well, that would make sense, but I don't know if they will. They may jump the gun, on this madness, but you know what? I'm gonna go with Apollo, because I really just don't see MVP being the one needing the belt. If anything, it should be Lashley. If it was Bobby Lashley, I probably would have picked Lashley, but no, that's not the case, so I'm going with Apollo Crews to retain. And our next match is Dominik Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a street fight. Following several weeks of Seth Rollins tormenting and taunting Rey Mysterio, the two finally faced each other at the Horror Show at Extreme Rules in an eye versus eye match in which one opponent had to extract the eye of the other to win the match. The match was won by Rollins. Mysterio's son Dominik appeared on the July 27th episode of Raw to confront Rollins and his disciple Murphy for Rollins' actions, as well as for Rollins gloating about it. Although Dominik attacked Rollins and Murphy, they eventually overpowered Dominik until Aleister Black came out to Dominik's aid. The brawl, however, resulted in Murphy injuring Black's eye using the corner of the steel steps. The following week, Dominik challenged Rollins to a match at SummerSlam. Later, after Rollins and Murphy taunted commentator Tom Phillips, which led to fellow commentator Samoa Joe defending Phillips, they were both attacked from behind by Dominik with that kendo stick. An irate Rollins then accepted Dominik's challenge. During the contract signing the following week, in which Dominik also signed a contract to officially become a WWE wrestler, Rollins stated that Dominik could use any kind of weapon he wanted. After Rollins defeated Humberto... There's no water in this thing. Carrillo, Rollins and Murphy viciously attacked Dominik with kendo sticks. Their SummerSlam match was later made into a street fight. So what can I say about this madness that hasn't been said? Rey Mysterio's son is finally going to be following in his father's footsteps, and this is going to be his debut. And to think, the guy is actually the same age as I am. He was born 1 month earlier, actually, though, in April. But, yeah, we're both 23, so this is gonna be something, quite frankly. I don't really know how much. It was rumored for some time that Rey Mysterio's son Dominik was wanting to step into the ring and follow in his father's footsteps and be a pro wrestler. And now we're finally getting it. Thing is, though, it's only a street fight, because he's probably might still be a bit green at times, though. So who's to say how this first match goes? Being a street fight will probably help hide some of his weaknesses and all that jazz. So we'll have to see. And man, that beating he took was, whoo boy, that was, yeah. Those kendo sticks are no joke, folks. Do not play lightly with them. Or actually, do play lightly. Don't play heavy with them. What am I saying? Like I said, I feel like I can't talk today because of some of this madness. Oh, whatever. Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Dominik is facing a former Universal Champion, first off.
Yeah.
Former WWE Champion in the bank. I mean,
Starting to sound like when they, oh, what were you saying?
Wait, what?
I was saying that you
I was just gonna say...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You first.
Go ahead.
No, you first.
Okay. I was just saying that this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough for both of them, you know. I want to say Seth, but this is Dominik's first match. But, I'm gonna be risky. Seth Rollins wins. I know.
Ooh, doing what I do. And I was gonna say, you start sounding like whenever they run through Brock Lesnar's achievements, whenever they're running him down, announcing them as he walks down to the ring, That's what I was gonna say. Actually, I think I am gonna... I don't know. It's kind of tough because Rollins, well, he's still a whipping boy despite this fraudulent Messiah, or not really whipping boy. I mean, he did win the eye for an eye match at Extreme Rules, but other than that, things haven't really been too hot for him, and this storyline has just been a bunch of madness. Admittedly,
Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, and then he lost to Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank.
And the crazy thing is, oh goodness gracious, damn it, I think I just lost my train of thought now. Oh, I can't remember, but I think, yeah, because Rollins, fraudulent Messiah, I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going, but I'm actually, you know what, I think I'm gonna go with Dominik, because this may be the first match still. Who knows? He may lose his debut. I don't really quite sure, but you know what? If at this advantage here, and he has his father in his corner, while Rollins has I'm not your buddy Murphy in his corner, so there's probably gonna be a bunch of shenanigans too. But who knows? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Dominik, but I don't think this feud is far from over. Not even close.
Yeah, not until maybe Hell in a Cell, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean,
if they're even doing Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. I'm more excited to see what Seth's gonna wear at SummerSlam. Mostly, all the time, Seth wears something, freaking special at SummerSlam, like the white gear, the gold.
Might have a take on that, but yeah, if they can even bother to do Hell in a Cell, yeah, I'm gonna go with Dominik Mysterio. And our next match is Sasha Banks versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. So at the Horror Show at Extreme Rules, Raw Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and defending champion Asuka ended in controversy because they decided to do a fuck finish here, which for those of you who missed it, Asuka inadvertently spat green mist in the referee's face, which led to Bayley removing the referee's shirt and counting the pin for Banks to unofficially win the title. The following night on Raw, WWE Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon stated that neither Banks or Asuka won at Extreme Rules and announced a rematch between the two for the following week in a match where the title could be won by pinfall, submission, or countout. Why would you do pinfall or countout, disqualification, or countout? Like, why would you have the title change hands on countout or disqualification? So we can do another fuck finish! That's why! Because during the ensuing match, Bayley attacked Asuka's tag team partner, Kairi Sane, backstage, and an visibly horrified Asuka then left the match to check on Sane, resulting in her losing by countout. Sorry, that was stupid! Thus, Banks won the title for a record 5th time. It's not even my issue that Banks won. It was a stupid fuck finish because why would you not have a fucking clean victory? And not only that, but just it made Asuka look stupid for just abandoning the title, even though it would be like Kairi would probably yell, "Don't worry about me. Just get the title." I can't. I hated that finish. It was stupid. That was really stupid. And on the August 3rd episode, Asuka demanded a rematch for the title. Again, automatic rematch clauses. Just, you might as well just yell it out like when Ron Burgundy yelled out that he and Veronica Corningstone had sex, and now they are in love. I have Anchorman 2 right here on my mind, folks. Or rather, that was from the first, but I have 2 in my to-watch pile. I'm gonna watch it while I'm editing this thing together. Alright, where am I saying? Sorry, So, yeah, on the August 3rd, Asuka demanded rematch, but Banks stated she had to defeat Bayley to earn the match at SummerSlam, which Asuka did the following week. And there's a little extra piece of information for the next match, but we'll get to that when we get to that. What can I say? Are we going to actually have a genuine finish this time? I mean, the match with Banks versus Asuka I liked in Extreme Rules until that whole fuck finish just ruined it for me. It was going good. Not great, but good. And then it all went to shit at the end. And then it all went to shit again on that Raw where Sasha won the title. And now I'm very goddamn concerned. I'm very concerned because this is what? Sasha's 5th title reign.
But every time Sasha has one defense, she loses the title. You know what I'm saying, but
Don't get me started. Don't you get me started, man. I hate when it's like they just, whoop, they pull the rug out from under. It's like she's just getting her footing. Everything's going fine, and then, whoop, pull the rug right under her feet.
Flair would say, woo!
It's whoop. Like, okay, look, for real. Her first reign was 27 days. Her second reign, 27 days. Her third reign, 20 days. Her fourth reign, 8. This current reign, I think, has almost been the longest of the bunch. And I'm very worried that they're going to just swoop the rug from under her feet like they've done before. And, like, Steven, who do you think's going to win?
I mean, I want Sasha to have the good reign, but I want also to have the title back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want Sasha to have a good Raw Women's Champion reign, but I want
don't
Asuka.
know.
I'm sorry, Sasha.
So you're going with Asuka?
I want Asuka.
Alright, I see.
I want Sasha to have a good reign, but I don't think
you don't know. I heard you. I heard you. As for me here, well, and it's worth noting that Sasha's reign is totaled 111 days, making her the 5th longest reigning women's champion, Raw Women's Champion. Hey, so at the 5th, she has the 5th match spot on the card. That's a nice coincidence. Looking at this, I don't know, really. It's like, I know WWE might pull some strings, but at the same time, they could have the inevitable split. Bayley's going to be in Sasha's corner, but there might be some shenanigans that cost her one way or another. I don't really know. And then maybe Banks can do the inevitable split with Bayley and then can feud with her on SmackDown for the belt. So, yeah. You know what? I think I'm just going to have to go with you. I don't know. Because, I mean, they've been awfully kind to Asuka during this whole pandemic era. And not to say that she hasn't been putting in the work, because she has. She's been one of the bright spots again. But I feel like they're going a little too overboard with her at times. And you'll soon see what I mean, folks, when we get in the next match. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with Asuka on this one as well. I don't see this, because I'm going with Asuka. You remember what I said when I felt they were going a little too overboard with Asuka stuff or something along those lines? Well, here she is again, facing Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, because fuck it. So what the hell? On that Friday's SmackDown, as Bayley did not have a challenger for her SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam, Stephanie announced a triple brand battle royal for the following week featuring wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, with the winner facing Bayley at the event. You'd think a SmackDown superstar would win, or there would be some kind of fatal 4-way elimination. Nope! Asuka entered the fucking battle royal despite already having a match on the card, and won it, thus double booking Asuka to face the women's tag team champions in singles match for their respective singles titles. Hey, can we just merge the two into a fucking triple threat and make it winner take all? That would be way better than what happened last year when you shoehorned Charlotte fucking Flair into the Ronda Rousey Becky Lynch match, and we still don't have that singles match between the two, you I'm losing my mind, man, and you enjoy seeing me losing my mind, and it makes me worry for you, quite frankly. For real, though, I feel like this is too much too soon. It's like they're saying, screw the other women, let's just have Asuka do it again. And I don't even really get it. Like, I can't be asked to understand right now, because this is garbage. This is a mess. It's like there's literally no one fucking else.
They wouldn't make it winner takes all because they have the women's tag team champions. I don't think they would have done that.
Oh,
anyways.
I meant for the Raw and SmackDown belts. The women's tag belts aren't even on the line for this show.
Oh, I know. But I mean, like, never mind. Forget it.
You wanted to say they would throw all the belts in there, but no chance. And I'm just
No
looking at
chance.
yeah. Look at this madness. It really should be just someone else, quite frankly. But I guess there's really not much, but why even do it in the first place? It's just Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Bayley. I want Bayley to retain. Asuka doesn't need to have two women's champions. I like it how Becky did it, but
Before that went off the
the
deep
Asuka,
end.
yeah, Asuka. I don't think Asuka should have two belts yet. We just had We just had Becky two belts last year. I mean, I don't want Asuka two belts really right now. I mean, it would be great in the future. Who has it maybe, but right now,
Didn't they
we have to make
just
two
have a
belts
double
at the moment.
champion not long ago in Keith Lee? It's too soon to do this match. I'm going with Bayley as well. Truth be told, I don't really think Asuka needs both titles as well either. And besides, if Banks is gonna lose her match, then it's gonna make sense that she feud with Bayley for that belt on SmackDown, while Asuka inevitably faces the one terror she dodged in NXT, being Shayna Baszler. But for this match, I'm going with Bayley. Our next match is Braun Strowman versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt in a singles match for the Universal Championship. So at Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman retained the Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt, who wrestled as his Firefly Funhouse character. After being absent for a few weeks, Wyatt returned on the June 19th episode of SmackDown, but was interrupted by Strowman. Wyatt stated that their rivalry was just getting started before appearing as this old cult leader persona of the Wyatt family, which formerly included Strowman and from where Strowman originally made his WWE debut, despite really not doing all that much in that faction. This led to a non-title match between the two called the Wyatt Swamp Fight at the Horror Show at Extreme Rules. That's a mouthful.
Which is good. That was good.
Yeah, but not as good as some of the other cinematic stuff. Okay, where Wyatt, fighting as his old Eater of Worlds self, defeated Strowman, who disappeared somewhere in the swamp. As Wyatt tried to leave himself, he was pulled back into the water only for his alter ego of the Fiend to appear. And on the following SmackDown, Wyatt stated that his old Eater of Worlds self was done for now, which basically was WWE just putting that character incarnation down of Bray for good, and that the Fiend has been unleashed, or had been unleashed. The following week, Wyatt said the Fiend wanted the Universal Championship and that no one was safe until he got it, which was made evident later that night when the Fiend attacked Alexa Bliss, Strowman's old tag team partner from Season 1 of Mixed Match Challenge, which I literally stopped in the middle of one of my streams to watch. Yeah, that was something. On the August 7th episode, the Fiend tried attacking Bliss again, who seemingly showed affection for the Fiend, causing him to back off. Strowman then appeared on the Titantron, apparently stating he did not care for Bliss, and that he emerged a monster from the swamp. Yeah, it's no longer wee-hee-hee-hee! Although wee-hee, we might still get a little bit more of that still, but no, but him saying that just, oh my goodness. And yeah, Strowman then accepted the Fiend's challenge for Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Following week saw a double turn as Strowman attacked Bliss to lure out the Fiend, who appeared in the ring to confront Strowman. Folks, there is only one way, and one way this needs to go. The Fiend needs to win. Braun Strowman's reign as Universal Champion has, shall we say, been very lackluster, quite frankly. It's just been not really exciting. He fucking faced Miz and Morrison in a goddamn handicap match.
That Backlash, boo! That match had...
And they're trying to drag out what little history they have between Strowman and Wyatt in this feud. Like, just try and ring it. Just milk that cow for every last fucking drop you can get. But it's run out.
Never lost the title. The Fiend never should lost that title.
I know, man. I know. And all it led to was this still a change in personality. Heel Goldberg, which was awful back in the day when they were doing it during the dying days of WCW, and that doesn't mean it was any better when they tried to pull it off here. So yeah, that whole thing was a fucking mess. That is still... You know, can I just say, when we look back on decisions that inevitably may throw WWE under, in the ever day when their time comes, like WCW, I think we can definitely look back as one of those moments, as one of these
And don't forget,
so-called point of no returns for
yeah,
this
and don't
company.
forget, who still has Mr. Money in the Bank. Just FYI.
Otis. Yeah, they haven't really been doing much with that either. But is there really a reason for him to cash in? It's like people are so rushing to either get the belt off him or cash it in or some shit, and that may actually play a factor into the next match. But going back to this one, Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Fiend to win. I want the Fiend to
Yeah, I'm going with you on this one too. The Fiend Bray Wyatt needs to put down Braun Strowman for good, and I could go with never seeing him again on WWE
That's the
TV
main
as long as I live, and I think we'd all be better
That's
off
the
much
main
for it.
title change. That's the main title change I want to see is that.
Same,
And Asuka
same.
winning the World Championship. Mostly this.
Yeah, well, mostly this. Yeah, same. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, to win on this one. And our last match is Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville in a hair versus hair match. It's been a while since we've had one of those. At the onset of the 2020, a romance began between Mandy Rose and Heavy Machinery's Otis Dozovic. They were set to have a Valentine's Day date. However, Dolph Ziggler arrived first, stealing the date with Rose. Prior to WrestleMania 36, it was revealed Rose's Fire and Desire tag team partner, Sonya Deville, had conspired with Ziggler to sabotage the date by sending a fake text to Otis that Rose was running late. Otis then defeated Ziggler at the event with the help of Rose, who also attacked Deville. Rose then entered into a months-long feud with Deville, who claims that Rose was all looks and no talent. This culminated on the July 31st episode of Raw, where Deville attacked Rose backstage and cut some of her hair off. Not the blonde locks, you... Yeah! Rose, now sporting shorter hair, then challenged Deville to a hair versus hair match at SummerSlam, which Deville accepted. I should mention, someone mentioned, I think it was Solo Monster, who I was listening to, the other day, when he was doing his live predictions, and mentioned something about Otis still being the Money in the Bank briefcase steals, but not that, but specifically the idea that possibly they use Otis as the bargaining chip to get the briefcase so Sonya could go do God knows what with it in the unlikely event that, or maybe not so unlikely, unlikely 50-50 shot in the event that Mandy Rose loses. But yeah, you have to look at a couple things here, mostly. I mean, this feud has been going on for some time now, and it seems as if Mandy Rose has been made the whipping girl in this one, for lack of a better term, quite frankly. And yeah, making Deville look pretty strong and all that jazz. But then you have to wonder, when I always look at hair versus hair matches, especially now since we're involving the ladies in this, I have to think, who in their right mind would rock the Alien 3 shaved head Ripley look better? Steven, who do you think's gonna win?
Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. I actually don't know. Let me think. Hold on. So I think not Sonya. Mandy might win on this one.
Well, she's already had part of her hair cut, but
yeah.
Looking at this, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Sonya would probably rock the Alien 3 Ripley look better there than Mandy. So I'm going to go with Mandy Rose on this one as well. Plus, she's been made the whipping girl, so she needs to bounce back, get a little bit of momentum, and then maybe move up into a title picture? I'm just gonna wish Mandy Rose on this one. And that's it, folks. We have SummerSlam down. I'm hoping the show is still good, and looking at this Thunderdome madness, things were a little bit too close, and some repeats in the crowd. For those of you who saw the preview, or rather the screen preview, it looked like the world's largest Zoom call. But yeah, I'm hoping still for a good show, but my expectations still aren't very high given some of the madness. But we shall see. I want to thank Steven here for being with me as always. Say bye, Steven.
You guys, have a nice weekend, and don't forget to watch NXT Takeover 30 and SummerSlam.
Yeah, and we'll be back, actually sooner than we think.
All out, all out, all out.
Actually, not all out, because, don't forget, we still have Payback, and that's literally going to be 1 week from SummerSlam. So, yeah, that's going to be real something. So, keep an eye out for it, and, yeah, just keep your eyes out for Payback. That will be up when that happens, and then we can do All Out 2020. It's like they're trying to tire us out with wrestling WWE because of the AEW effect, and I don't like it. I just want some ease of mind. School is starting back up soon. I still have a few semesters left. I only have 15 courses left before I can knock out my degree, and then it will be mine. I can feel it within the palm of my hands. Wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen, but, yeah, this online stuff is no joke. Even when you're working from home, it never really feels, it just doesn't stop this madness. But yeah, see you all for Payback, and then All Out. Bye for now.